Hello, Dr. Tawana Worlds by birth, also known as a disruptor. Did you know that millions who grew up in poverty also die in poverty? Have you ever heard the saying, what good can come out of the hood? Well, I'm here to disrupt for just a minute. Yes, I was that little girl that grew up in the hood, grew up in the ghetto, single mother, absent father, eating out of the trash can just to survive. But I was also that girl that determined way back then that I was not going to become a product of my past. And now I help others do the same thing. I'm not a victim, I'm a victor. I help men and women from similar backgrounds find value in their own vault and create wealth from within. Hello, what's going on? Let me see if I can fix this camera real quick. What is going on, family? Let me know who's tapping in, friends. Let me see if I can get this camera to cooperate. All right. Trying to put myself fully on the screen, so let's see if that works. There we go. What's popping? What is going on, friends and family and frenemies? Okay, I ain't gonna disclude those. What's going on, everybody? Let me go ahead and get started over here on Instagram with my other cousins, and we're gonna all greet one another all together, okay? All right. Shalom, sister. What's going on, Instagram cousins? Y'all know exactly what time it is, okay? It is your girl, Dr. Tawana Worlds. Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, all my cousins. What's up? Okay, I ain't gonna be here long at all. I don't know what happened with my internet on the last live, but I was abruptly interrupted and couldn't get it back up. So that's why I'm here today, okay? Because they can never stop a real one, ever, okay? And there's a lot of things transpiring that I just want to bring us up to date. I'm going to spend about 10, 15 minutes on that. And then I'm going to go ahead and do what it is that I came by here to do. I ain't worried about what's going on out there. I'm more concerned about the people that is out there caught up and captivated in all of that, because it's going to be bad for them. But Dr. T ain't worried whatsoever, okay? It is written and it's going to happen. It's going to come to pass. The very thing that we are instructed to do is to watch, to pray, and to make sure that we are walking in obedience, okay? I want to ask everybody really quickly before we get started to kindly go ahead and hit that share button, tag somebody, invite somebody, copy the link, send it to a text message, an email. It don't matter. However you got to share, I'm asking you to share over here on Instagram. If you don't mind going ahead and share to the story, okay? Send to somebody's DM. That will be great. It helps me beat the algorithm, number one, and then it helps me reach the people that I am supposed to reach. It helps the ears that's supposed to hear what is being said on this live stream. Hear what needs to be said exactly to them, okay? Might not be for you, and that's okay. But it's for somebody that you know. And I think if we all live in America And even if you don't, okay, we need some prayers over here. We need some prayers over here in America. So if you don't live in America, we can petition you for prayers, okay? That's what I will say. Now that y'all have taken the time to share, if you on YouTube, smash that like button, go crazy on those hearts. It just helps me beat the algorithm, okay? Want to make sure you guys absolutely tap in and engage. I'm going to be asking y'all questions. Please answer them because I want to make sure that everybody under the sound of my voice understands exactly where we're at, where we're headed, and how we can actually get ahead of this curve, okay? Get ahead of what is going on. I think that it is absolutely hideous that other people, powerful people, that is, have prepared themselves to the best of their ability. That means if they didn't got them some citizenship out of the country, if they didn't went over and built them some type of residency or business or whatever internationally, whether they, built their underground bunker. I mean, it's a lot of them that's prepared, and it's a lot of us that's not. It's a lot of us that's not. That's what I will say. And I'm here for those that are not prepared. Okay. I do want to first ask y'all about these items. Okay. These are called stockpiled items. And the reason why I'm going to be going over these items is because this is the bare minimum of what you would need in case of an attack, in case of a nuclear weapon being released, in case of a lockdown, in case of a pandemic, in case of a natural disaster. These are just things that you need to have on deck ready, and you need enough for each member in your household. So when we are stockpiling, okay, when we are storing up stuff, we need to store according to the number of people in our family. And we need to have a plan. If you have disabled adults or disabled elderly people, if you have young people, they need a plan too. Okay. The reason why I'm saying all of this, because y'all already see the title. People is about to F around and find out. Americans included. Okay. But let me go over this list first. Let me go over this list first. Let me go ahead and get it pulled up real quick. Mm, mm, every battle you want. All right, here we go. After I go through the list, I'm going to say put a 1 in the chat if you got any of these, the majority of these, and put a 2 in the chat if you don't have any of these at all, okay? Number 1, iodine tablets, okay? We need iodine potassium tablets for children. If you have children, they have their own recommended dosage because an adult dosage could mess them up. And then you need iodine potassium tablets for an adult. Okay. Same product, different brand or strength because of, one's an adult and one is, children. So you need to have that. Got to make sure you have you some batteries, and I'm going to suggest you have you some Duracell. Okay, Duracell AA and AAA batteries. Sometimes the walkie-talkies have those square batteries, and I want to say they might be called a C or a D battery, but all batteries that you can get, predominantly AA, AAA, and that C or D battery, that square one that we used to stick to our tongue when we was a child and get shot. That one, okay? You need those batteries. Also, you need to have a LED battery. You need to have some type of LED battery candle, some type of LED battery flashlight, some type of LED battery powered something. that will give you light, okay? I actually have some light bulbs. I can put them into the regular sockets, charge them. They last for days on just the charge. Every so often, I go and make sure they're charged. That way, in case of an outage, in case of a weather storm knocks the power out, we still have power, okay? This is important. So please don't hop in here and then hop out, because I guarantee you your boss ain't telling you this. I guarantee you your pastor ain't telling you this. I guarantee you the president ain't telling you this. I guarantee your mama and your daddy them ain't telling you this. And these are things that we absolutely need to have. Why? Because we are on high alert for terrorism attacks in our own country, on our own soil. And I'm going to show y'all, but this is important first, because if you don't have this, you need to get it. If you don't have these things, you need to get it. These will save you and your children's lives. It's time for us to stop being irresponsible, thinking it's all about us and us turning up and us looking good and us having status and us having clout and people knowing our name. No, that is bull crap, and that is foolishness. We got people literally, most people don't even know we at the beginning of sorrows, not the end. We're at the beginning. Stuff is about to get worse, according to what that good old book say. Stuff is about to get worse. This is the beginning. When you hear of wars and rumors of wars, nations rising against nations, no. This ain't the end. It's just the beginning. We're just getting warmed up. So you definitely need to make sure you have some of these items, if not all of these items. They will save your life, literally. And if you ain't making enough money, then you need to go ahead and sit down real quick, okay? Because I'm going to show you how you can make money. And you can make money rapidly so you can have these items. Everybody needs to have these items. Everybody. Because I guarantee you the White House and them have these items. What you want to bet? I can go pull up documents right now that they reported in the news last year, how they have cellular phones that are not connected to I forgot what it's called, but T-Mobile, Verizon, a VPN or something like that. I think that's what it's called. It's not connected to that. It's off of the satellite where you can still make calls. We don't have no type of plan in place. I'm telling you, like, I don't even think you see that I don't even think this close would be an understatement. Literally. It's like right here. There's no denying. Turning to the left or the right, it's still right there. Okay. So these are things that you would need to preserve and help your family. Please don't take it lightly. Like I said, ain't nobody else telling you this. And it is the Sabbath. I could be in my bed with my twins who would like for me to be in the bed with them, laying down, watching TV or something like that. Okay. I'm here to tell my people. So please don't take it like, oh, what is this woman talking about? You're going FAFO, and then it's going to hit you. Dang, that woman was trying to help us. That woman was trying to warn us, tell us. And then that's when it'll be too late, okay? You can find all of this stuff on Amazon. And no, I'm not marketing for Amazon. I don't have no links to give y'all. Y'all can go look it up yourself. I'm just clearly giving you a list, a stockpile list of what you would need in case of an emergency. I'm going to tell you right now, it's been so many threats that any moment, any second, I'm praying that it does not. But God has the final say. I'm asking God for mercy. I'm staying on my face. That's why you don't see me active in these social media streets like that. No, I'm staying on my face. I want to know, God, what's up? What's finna go down? I'm actively watching to make sure that I build according to what's happening around me. Period, point blank. And at the end of the day, I've lived enough life. If my time was up, my job is to make sure my children are protected. They did not ask to be here. They did not ask to experience anything of what's going on. It's my job to make sure that they are prepared to the best of my ability. I'm not going to have it 100%, but wherever I lack, may the Most High God do the rest and pick up where I lack. But the things that I can do, if I go buy the stockpile to make sure my family and my kids got what they need, then God will bless that, okay? God can bless that. Faith with works go hand in hand. It's not separate. It's not, oh, you can just have faith and you don't have works. Faith without works is dead. It's dumb. It's absolutely nothing. So you need at least, I'll start the list over real quick. You need iodine potassium tablets for adults. You need iodine potassium tablets for children. You need Duracell copper, AA, AAA. Duracell lasts longer. You can get a lot of last out of a Duracell. So you need to have the AA, AAA, and I want to say that's the C battery. I think the D is the big fat round ones, but the C one is the one that got a positive and negative. If you touch your tongue with it, it'll shock you. You need to have one of those because a lot of what you call them, walkie-talkies, those type of devices only take those square batteries, okay? Do we want iodine? Iodide. Yeah, iodide. DIDE. Iodide potassium tablets for adults and children. You need some type of flameless or just an LED battery operated candle, some type of battery operated flashlight, some type of lighting where if you need to see your way and the lights go out, you will be able to see clearly, move around clearly, whatever the case may be, okay? Also, you can get, it's called a Prunus, very affordable, Prunus J166 portable radio, AM, FM, okay? If these cell phones go out, they still gonna be putting out emergency broadcast alerts. Emergency broadcast alerts that will be streamed to the TV or to the radio only. Okay, if your cell phone's not working, you'll miss the message. But if you get a Prunus J166 portable radio that has AM, FM, you'll be good with that. You can also get a Panasonic portable AM. Most people don't know that emergency broadcast alerts come out on the AM channels. So if you can't get the Prunus, then you can get a Panasonic. But just make sure they portable, okay? You definitely need a map. We used to rely heavily on MapQuest. You know, you go to the computer, you write down the directions, turn right here or there, and now you got Waze, you got MapQuest built in on the phone. But again, if that don't work, you need a map. You need to know what direction to travel. If you on feet, you need to know what direction to travel, which way to go. You need to know all of these things. So make sure you get you a map. And they have those on Amazon, really affordable. You want to get a battery shield. If you have a car, get an EMP battery shield. Okay? You need an EMP battery shield. You can get it from Amazon. This is like for nuclear or some type of radioactive attack. This is the reason why you need these things, okay? Get you an EMP car battery shield. That's what the battery shield is for, the car. You also need EMP protective fabric. So if you have to cover yourself, like a raincoat, or cover your family, you need some type of protection from that. Because I told y'all, radiation ain't no joke. It will have you out of here in seconds, literally. Okay. It'll have you out of here in seconds. So the best, the most protective measures that you can take actually helps increase your chances of surviving. Why are we talking about this? We are talking about this because we playing war games right now. We're playing some dangerous war games. There's a lot of stuff that has not been put out in the media, and then there's some things that have been put out in the media. Okay, Donald Trump is weighing in the balance whether he is going to strike Iran. Iran they have all these nuclear weapons that they didn't win in and created, while the country was wide open and all of this stuff. When I tell you the numbers I think we have 152,000 Chinese nationals here in America. We have some Russians, all the people we got smoke with. And y'all gonna see in a minute, so don't let me get distracted, okay? Let me keep on this list, and then I'm gonna tell y'all the cities that are on high alert as of today. Trump is weighing in the balance, and I really believe that he's weighing in the balance. If we strike, it's like a game of chess right now. If we strike and take out their nuclear facilities, we'll take out their nuclear facilities on the Iranian front. But now we have China and Russia who are both pushing and backing Iran, who also have nuclear missiles. Putin, little demonic self, actually has a nuclear weapon that he was just showing off in September or October of last year called Satan number 2. That's the name of his nuclear weapon. And that bad boy is big. It is big and deadly. Seriously, all that uranium in it. So you also want to make sure you have an EMF detector. That lets you know, about the radiation levels in your area. You want an EMF detector because you do not want to make the mistake of coming outside and that those levels is really too high. You will be unalived. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And these are the type of games that they play. We are already on alert, people. We are already on alert. Okay. Did you show I have the hand crank radios. Don't forget Prime Day is coming in July. Yep. Dr. Tawana, did you show on the 31 states you don't want to live in when shift? Do you have a list on the states that would be safe? I'm going to give you guys a list of all of the cities or states that are on high alert, okay? Bring your pen and your paper. Bring your pen and your paper so that you can write this down. Where you can find all of this is on Google. I'm about to pull up the articles for y'all, okay? But it's everywhere if you just go and research. Education on me, implementation is on you. I bring it to you. Your job is to go and research it or write it down, okay? FBI been warning about this. We just missed it because they put Diddy and all these devils up in front of us. And then you bite that bait and you all in them people business and, ooh, he had this and that going on. You see who testified over here? Oh, wow. We got all of this stuff that's being put up as a distraction. Meanwhile, we may be blown to smithereens, literally. And the reason why it's irritating to me is because when they strike, it's the citizens that become casualties. What did we do? And what did the citizens there that are being unalived and bombed? We too comfortable in America. We think, oh, that could never happen to us. Man, them people is over there. It is atrocious. Just go do you some YouTube videos about what's happening to these children, being in their homes and their schools, elderly people. sitting in their homes, regular smuggling, and all of a sudden piles of rubble is all on them and bodies is just everywhere. It's a whole war zone. And the crazy part about it is we got these people up in here. And I believe that's the reason why Donald Trump is weighing in the balance. Should we attack? Yeah, we'll get rid of the nuclear weapon from Iran, but you still got China that got them. You still got Russia that got them. And then we got 12 million people from international who we over there fooling with that lives here in this country. Y'all gonna get ready to see, okay? So you get the EMP car battery shield. All of this stuff can be gotten on Amazon. You get an EMP protective fabric. You can get EMT protective fabric tape if you got to seal off your windows or your doors, your cars, your ventilation. This is what this is for. You definitely need some life straws. If you have to drink from a river, these life straws will take out the toxins and the poisons from the river so that you can drink clean water, at least clean water enough to not poison you. You try to drink some river water, you're going to get really, really sick. But they have these life straws. You need one for every member in your household. You can buy those literally at Walmart, but they're cheaper on Amazon. You need the EMF detector. You can get that on Amazon. That tells you about radioactive material or high levels of what is it called? Radiation, high levels of radiation. So you need that to detect. If you can find a propane or butane stove, those little portable stoves, some they have like just with one burner, a double burner. We have those ourselves, where you can put propane to it and then be able to boil some water or make an egg or something like that. Those are really good. I got ours from Walmart. They were not costly at all. But you can also get them on Amazon. And if you have Amazon Prime, it'll actually get there faster and it's a lot more affordable because you have Amazon Prime. You need a blank solar portable charge, something that's powered by the sun where you can plug up, get some electricity if you need some. Whether you need, charge a battery, whether you might need to plug up a cell phone, something like that, you definitely going to want to have a portable charger. And you can get a power bank solar. They're real compatible. You can plug them up in your house. They have lots of plugs, cigarette lighters, those little USB slots to plug up your phones, the regular plugs. You can get those. They're very inexpensive. We definitely need to have something like that. Portable fan, it's not mandatory, but if something happens while it's hot, you need to keep cool, then that's something that you definitely could consider having a portable fan or a portable heater in case it pop off when it's cold, okay? You can never be over prepared. Just have it in case, just in case you need it. You also need a 2-gallon gas can. You always want to make sure you have some type of gas can. If you got to walk miles to get gas, you're going to need at least 2 gallons that'll either, fill up your car enough to make it to maybe another gas station or something, but at least have a 2-gallon gas tank. Let's see what else. You also want to make sure you have a emergency kit. What do you call it? with the band-aids and, bug bites, you get bit by something. If you need something wrapped, I think it's called emergency aid kit or first aid kit. That's what it's called. Definitely need to have one of those. Need to have some non-perishable, some granola bars or something like that. First aid kit. Yeah, that's what it's called. Have some granola bars. Have something with peanuts. In it, something like nature bars, granola bars, something like that that'll give you energy. Also need to have you some water. Water is, number one. Back, when I was growing up, the army people used to have these little camel jugs, and they carried them with them. If you can find you a jug to pour water into and carry with you. Some people, we now buy these Stanley cups and different things of that sort, but you definitely want to make sure you have some water. And because I'm in the medical assisting field, you absolutely want to make sure you have stuff for bug bites, for cuts, for different things of that sort. You keep that first aid kit on you. Make sure you got an EpiPen. You don't know if something, bites you or something, trying to get through something, and you get bitten by something. So that is the list of at least the major, most important things that you should have pertaining to what we're dealing with right now. And that is a nuclear weapon. Now, with that being said, I'll go over all of the cities that are on this sleeper cell list, but I'm going to go ahead and pull up these articles real quick. All right. All right. Let me go ahead and share my screen. I'll turn the camera around over here. If you have anything for rain catchment, catch the rain. We're about to get some more storms early next week. Oh, that's good. That's a good. Yeah, that's really good. Because people think, oh, we need drinking water, but you're going to need water to bathe yourself. So on a lot of the, news stations here in between. Now, if you try to go look on Google, and this is what I don't like about the trickery that they use. If you go look on Google and type in sleeper cells, Fox News, News Nation, CBS, you won't find it, because what they'll have it as the title, Trump on Iran, Iran on the US. And then inside of the video, they begin to talk about these sleeper cells. But like I said, I done already did the work for you. So I'm going to show you the headlines. My hair must be growing, because ain't no way my head is itching this bad. Y'all see me doing this, I'm scratching, okay? All right, so White House warns of Iran sleeper cells. I told y'all this the other day. I always say this, when it makes it to the media, it's a little bit too late. When the media decides to actually start putting it out there, it's a little bit too late. There were already talks about Iran having these sleeper cells, and we was on high alert. And when you try to go look it up on Google, it wouldn't pull itself up. Oh, no, that's false. The information going around. No, we've been having these sleeper cells. They've been talking about them. We're actually at 32 different sleeper cells inside of the United States. 32 in different states. It's only 50 states in the United States. And what we are coming to find out is that China, while we over here contemplating going to war with Iran, China is over here doing the most. They putting all their goods on the market, so they economy is booming. They over here buying farmland up like never before. I think I'll let y'all see. Let me make sure that Let me make sure I sent everything to myself because literally I want y'all to see this. All right. All right, there we go. So I'm going to go to the next. All right. Let me go to the next slide. White House warns of Iran sleeper cells. Now today they want to tell us, hey, Iran got sleeper cells and America is on high alert because of these sleeper cells. Now I send everything to myself, so I'm just gonna go in order, okay? We are now highly vulnerable. Iranian Supreme Leader, whatever his name is, and I ain't gonna try to say it, may try to activate sleeper cells in the West as Israeli onslaught mounts, experts. This was 2 days ago. This article came out because he began to threaten, hey, y'all gonna be in for a nice surprise in the United States if you don't back off. If you get involved. This was before Trump said, yeah, I approved the strike. I just don't know when the strike is going to be. But Donald Trump just said yesterday that he approves the strike on Iran. So this was 2 days before he said that. 1 day before he said that. He warned, we're not going to, and I'll just let y'all see those real quick. We're not going to listen to y'all. Y'all ain't running us. It ain't gonna work like that. That's what they were saying at first. Let me go up here and get those real quick. Excuse me. Oh, let me go back the other way first and then we'll walk it back. So we can build a foundation here, okay? All right. We're gonna come over here because U.S. was advising its citizens to leave. Okay, we're gonna just paint this picture where we at so it all makes sense. U.S. was advising its citizens to leave Tehran immediately. This started like a week or so ago. Okay, then China tells its citizens to leave Tel Aviv, Israel. Okay, it didn't tell its citizens to leave Tehran, Iran. It told its citizens to leave Israel immediately. United States told its citizens to leave Tehran, Iran immediately, but don't leave Tel Aviv or Israel. Okay. Russia told its citizens to leave Tel Aviv and Tehran immediately. Okay. Russia, like, look, we're gonna take the peaceful part on this, see if we can keep peace down because we already got Ukraine and Russia, and the United States is bagging Ukraine already in a fight that we've been fighting for a few years. So I'm gonna try to keep the peace so that this ain't a Russia-Ukraine war times 2 with now Iran and Israel. But he told his people, get out of both places. Okay. Israel warns its people to leave Tehran, and Iran warned its people to leave Tel Aviv. This is when they were quietly saying, hey, military officials who have your family or any type of staff at the embassy, we're going to need to deport them back on home and get them out of here, evacuate them really quickly. Okay. Now that we just gonna lay the foundation, bring y'all back up to speed. Okay. So then Trump try to have a peace deal with him. Let me go in order. Okay. So y'all understand this. Trump try to have a peace treaty with them and say, look, we will give y'all whatever you want. We'll make y'all rich. We'll make Iran really, really rich, but you cannot have a nuclear weapon. There ain't gonna be no ceasefire talks. There ain't gonna be no treaties. Ain't gonna be any of that. We will take care of you. We will enrich Iran. We will make sure Iran is 1,000% good, but you cannot have no nuclear weapon. So Iran was like, man, that ain't no deal. We this close to finishing our uranium and our nuclear weapon. And the reason why people are most afraid of Iran possessing a nuclear weapon is because y'all already know. If I showed y'all some of these videos and YouTube would actually let me show y'all these videos, you would be blown back how evil them people is. You would be blown back. You would be in your house like, wait a minute. When these people say they unaliving everybody, I mean, they say it with hatred in their heart. Yeah, the kids gotta go. Yeah, the grandparents, I don't care. I lay down my life for you know who. This is an honor to destroy my body for my family. It is 4 million of them thinking along that way. And they've been coming online having conversations like, we don't care about the United States. We don't care about Israel. They burn our flags. They can care less. When it is time to go, women, children, men, they don't care. They don't care. I have never seen sick, demented people like this. I'm talking about evil. I asked God, I said, Lord, if this is the evil that you said we would see, I don't know what to say. I've only lived here half of a century. And I clearly heard the Spirit of God speak back to me and say, this ain't nothing. I said that the days would be so evil if I did not come in and rescue my people and shorten the days. No flesh would live. Can you imagine an evil so evil that almost everybody is wiped out? He said, if I don't shorten the days, there will be none alive amongst us. If I don't shorten the days, you ain't seen evil yet. And I'm like, if the evil that is coming is worse than this, Lord have mercy. I don't know what to say. And I'm a strong warrior, but this is a lot. To know that people have these type of agendas for mankind, to know that people are this dang on wicked. Like, we don't care about blowing y'all up. Like, this is an honor to do this. We just waiting on the Ayatollah to give us the green light. Soon as they give it, boom, to everybody. We don't care. I'm like, yeah. So after Trump tells them this is the only way that, y'all gonna have peace in the Middle East, you cannot have no nuclear weapon. And I strongly agree they don't need one. You piss them people off, boom, everybody just, listen, they not afraid to get in the paint. They not afraid. It's an honor for them. It's an honor. It's like heroic for them to do that, women and men. Okay. So then the Iranians come back after Trump say, look, this is the only type of deal. And I'm telling you right now, this is your final warning to take the deal. No nuclear weapon, and we'll do everything else. We'll give you a piece of your territory that you want. And these people was like, we don't want all of that. They want nuclear weapons. They want that. Iranian official threatens retaliation if U.S. get involved. If the Americans decide to get involved militarily in any way. And we've already been, defending Israel. We send our defense equipment over there for them to fight them off. So they already agitated about that. And because we've been doing that, they attacked our ships yesterday. That ain't all out on mainstream media. They attacked our ships out there in the Red Sea. They were unsuccessful, but they did attack them. So these people ain't playing around either, is what I'm saying. They're not just out here blowing smoke. If the Americans decide to get involved militarily, we have no choice but to retaliate wherever we find the targets necessary to be acted upon. That's the bases abroad. That's right here and I'm gonna get there. That's right here in America. He told them, if you get involved, United States, then we have no other choice but to retaliate wherever. Okay, so now I can come over here. Hold on, let me go on back over here. Let me go back. Is it this way? Then he came out and he was like, the U.S. president threatens us with his absurd rhetoric. He demands that the Iranian people must surrender to him. They should make threats against those who are afraid of being threatened, because the Iranian nation isn't frightened by such threats. This is the dog calling the shots. Him right here. So after he sends those messages, he said, no Iranian official, because Donald Trump had made a statement, said, oh, these people are waiting to do a deal. They're begging to get over here. I know they're gonna love this deal because they don't want us to wipe them off the map. And they've been asking, could they come over to the White House and have a meeting about a peace deal? He's been telling Israel, like, hold off on blowing them up, hold off on bombing their bunkers and stuff until we have a peace deal. Well, this man just gave a middle finger to Donald Trump and everybody else, because he said, ain't no Iranian official ever asked to grovel at the gates of the White House. The only thing more despicable than his lies is his cowardly threat to take out Iran's supreme leader. Iran does not negotiate under duress, shall not accept peace under duress, and certainly with a has-been warmonger clinging to relevance, talking about Netanyahu. Iran shall respond to any threat with a counter threat, and to any action with reciprocal measures. Now, this was all before Donald Trump approved. Yep, we're going to attack them. Absolutely, we are going to attack them. We don't know what kind of weapons we're going to attack them with yet. We don't know which way we're going to attack them, but I know exactly where the leader is at right now. If he turn around and I shined a light on him, he know that I know exactly where he at. So he was like bold with it. Like, yeah, we know where he breathing at. We know where he hiding at. We know what he got on. We know the color of his garments that he got on right now. Okay? So he approved. You see, them people just said, look, if y'all get involved, we're going to attack whatever, whenever, and there's nothing that y'all can do about it. So Trump was like, okay, bet. We're going to go ahead and approve the strike, but we ain't going to know when the strike is. Of course, he cannot give intelligence about when the strike is, but I will tell y'all again, for the third time this week, Donald Trump had to go into the war room, also known as the situation room. I guarantee you the strike is going to be when we least expect it, but really, really, really soon. Really, really, really soon. I feel it in my spirit, because it's like Trump trying to take a stance, like to kind of like punk Iran out. Like, if you don't back down, you're going to force my hand. And Iran, this leadership that Iran got, they something else. Let me see if my husband sent me that so I can show y'all what Iran's working with, okay? Hold on one second. I told him to send it to me. Hold on. Hold on. He didn't send it to me. He probably didn't even save it. I'm gonna have to get Marcus, because I told him to send it to me. But earlier I mean, the people in Iran, y'all just have to go do your research, you know. And this ain't to pump them up or promote them, but how could you know how to defend yourself against an enemy you don't even know? You don't know how dedicated these people is. You do not know how radical these people are. You don't know anything about that. We have been so sheltered and so lied to. It is absolutely ridiculous that we are this unaware of our enemy. Who our enemy is, we don't even know. We don't even have a clue because we ain't studied them. We don't have a clue how disciplined China's military is. And then you look at our military, we got men and women in that bad boy twerking and all kind of stuff. There was a gentleman today that said, look, Trump ain't went full madman mode on China because we are not prepared. I know we're not prepared. He's saying that from a politics, from all of that research that he got in that area. I'm saying it from a spiritual and a visual. We are not ready. We ain't ready for Iran now. Other people may think so, but I don't. And of course, I don't know what none of them know, okay? I only know spiritually. I know we are not ready. I know we are not ready to fall out with China, to fall out with Russia, and to fall out with Iran. I know that we are not. That's what I do know, okay? But Trump, go ahead. He approves. Let's look at the date on this. I believe this was yesterday. Yeah, this was yesterday. He approved the Iran attack, but has not made the final decision about how they're going to attack or when, but he absolutely approved it. They were asking him before, will you approve a strike? And he was like, yeah, I'll consider it. If they don't want to come to the table and give me a deal, yes, I will consider for sure. Iran's leaders reject call to surrender, saying U.S. intervention would cause irreparable damages. So now we up to speed, okay? Now that we up to speed, why is this so big? Hold on. Let me make sure y'all can see it the way I'm seeing it. Yep, you can. Okay, cool. All right, so now we're going to come on back down yonder. Trying to see if I had that video in here, okay? So now we can move to this. Highly vulnerable Iranian supreme leader, that same dude that I showed y'all was the big dog, may try to activate sleeper cells in the West as Israeli onslaught mounts, expert says. Okay? Oops. Why did that do that? So now over here, CBS News, okay? Trump administration boosts monitoring of possible Iran-backed sales in the United States, as Trump weighs strike, sources says. Now they know these sleeper cells are definitely awakened, and they're just waiting. They're just waiting for the call to go ahead and go crazy over here. So the Trump administration, as President Trump is contemplating potential U.S. strikes on Iranian nuclear facilities, law enforcement officials have stepped up surveillance of Iran-backed operatives in the United States, multiple sources told CBS News. A couple of days ago, you wouldn't find this because they was trying to hide it. They can't hide it. They can't. This is the same dude. Okay? Highly vulnerable Iranian Supreme Leader homeboy may try to activate his sleepers here in the West, the United States. That's the New York Post. I just made these up. Y'all can go find these yourself. Okay? Putin already said, look, I'm trying to keep the peace in between both, but Iran and Russia is one. So if the United States attack and help Israel to wipe off Iran, then we will attack to help Iran wipe off its United States and Israel. He'd already had a phone call with Benjamin Netanyahu, like, I know them strikes is happening over there, but I got 200 men working on the ground in Israel to build a nuclear weapon. And I don't want any of them hurt or harmed. And I'll sit back for now. And Benjamin Netanyahu, that's what the meeting with Trump, with Benjamin Netanyahu and Putin was about. I got 200 men over there building a nuclear weapon. But I don't want my men or this space right here where they building is at hurt. Putin says he is worried when asked if he is concerned, is the world heading towards World War III? He absolutely said, yes, it is. He don't want to get involved. But what I just told you is what he said. You can go and look it up yourself. There's a whole video of this man doing his briefing and saying, I believe that we are definitely at World War III. I believe 100% that we are at World War III. We cannot get this war under control with Ukraine. And Russia ain't going to never give up their nuclear capabilities. It took them years. The last person over there that was doing this and that was a great leader and building these things was Saddam Hussein. This is how long it's been to build these, nuclear missiles since Saddam Hussein. Yeah. Okay. New intel sparks fears that the CCP, China Communist Party, is helping Iran. Well, what would make them think that? Or is they just out here? So I'm just giving y'all headlines. Y'all can go find this. Okay? Mystery flights from China to Iran raises questions. Let's go look that up so I can show you how to find this. Mystery flights from China to Iran raise suspicion. Let me go over here on Google, okay? Because I want y'all to go do y'all little research too. Right here on Google. All you got to do is type in these keywords. Mystery flight from China to Iran raises suspicion. China didn't send 5 big old planes full of people to Iran. Boeing 747s were spotted leaving China for Iran as tensions escalate following Israeli strikes on nuclear facility. That was just 10 hours ago, beloved. China's secret flights to Iran raises nuclear weapons concerns. That was 11 hours ago, okay? Mysterious Chinese cargo flights detected near Iranian airspace before dropping from radar. Boeing ghost flights, China-Iran air route raises eyebrows in Israel conflict. caught on flight radar. Did China secretly send weapons to Iran? Three mysterious cargo planes sparked global alarm. China always got their nose up in something, and these is the ones pushing to fentanyl. These are the ones bringing in that fungus and the worms. We're going to get to that in a minute, okay? Just wanted y'all to see that there. Let me get on back over here real quick because I told y'all I'm going to be real short, sweet, straight to the beat. Then all of a sudden, China want to act like, China is a sneaky snake. I'm sorry to say, but it is what it is. During the pandemic, China was over there running it up, boy. They got the superpower. They was in the lead when it came to digital assets, all of that stuff, while we were still over here grappling with our economy taking such a volatile hit. They was up there. They country was off a lockdown. They had a social crediting system in place where now you monitor all these Chinese, citizens and what they do in their day-to-day life and, where they go and how they go and whether they can live inside of an apartment or whether they can ride a train. Did they pay their parking ticket? Did they loiter on the ground? All this weird stuff. They back up to the same activities because what they've been doing, and you'll see in a minute, boy, they've been having them a good time over there in the stock market. A good time. I don't even know why they still have access to anything in America, being our greatest threat. Like, it don't make no sense to me, and that's why I don't trust none of them. I don't trust none of them. It's my job to make sure me and my family. I don't trust Trump. I don't trust the White House. I don't trust none of that. What I do know about Trump is he loves his country. Thank God for that. And I'm sure he loved it even more so because all of his legacy is here. I'm sure he got investments across the seas, but his legacy, his towers and all of that stuff is here. So of course he's going to fight for that. My kids' future children and grandchildren, this is their legacy. Of course he's going to fight for that. Of course he's going to stand 10 toes down on that. China stands ready to continue enhancing communications and coordination with all parties, pool their efforts, uphold justice, and play a constructive role in restoring peace in the Middle East. You lying satanic spirits. You just literally got busted taking over their military equipment to fight against the people that you quote unquote call yourself mediating for. Okay? Now China is a threat to global supply chains. Why is that? Why are they a threat? What are they doing? They're flooding the global market with goods. While we over here fighting everybody, they is flooding the market with goods. What does that mean? They get rich. That's what we're supposed to be doing. How is it that China over there doing all of this? And we over here just watching what they doing. We ain't doing that. We just all caught up about, who's doing what and how they doing it. No, China is over here. China is having a field day in the global market. So much so that it's causing a lot of concern. Everybody fighting. You over here just dominating, flooding the global market with goods so you can run up big bags. Okay? These are the two men right here, right now, fighting from their states to stop China from taking over and buying so much farmland. Why is this important? Because they just got caught smuggling fungus and worms that will attack. Let me tell you what it'll attack. China has created a weapon of mass destruction in the United States. And we probably think that looks like a nuclear weapon, but it does not. Let me go see if I can find. I'm going to show y'all this weapon of mass destruction, okay? Hold on. Let me go over here and get it because I'll just pull it right up to the bottom. Hold on, y'all. Let me get it. I feel a shifting in the atmosphere. Mm-hmm. Okay, here we go. Just shifting in this house on this evening. Just shifting in this house on this evening. Just shifting in this house, oh. Oh, na, 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 yeah. Hold on one second. Let me find these other two articles real quick, okay? One more time. There's a shifting in this house on this evening. Hold on, y'all. I'm almost there. There's a shifting in this house on this evening. Yeah. Was this it? Let's see. No, this ain't it. Hold on. I just want to lay this out for y'all so y'all can see it. Okay, let me look it up on Google, okay? Because I don't want to take too much time. But I'm going to let y'all see the articles over here real quick. Chinese nationals smuggling fungus. All right, here we go. So they trying to stop them from buying farmland because this happened. And I'm going to show y'all what they were smuggling in here. And then I'm going to tell y'all why this is a weapon of mass destruction. Okay. Chinese nationals, just June 4th. They're not even citizens of the United States of America. Boyfriend and girlfriend accused of smuggling, they was arrested for smuggling dangerous biological pathogens on June the 4th. They were caught smuggling in toilet paper fungus. Y'all just stay with me because I'm going to tell y'all why they brought in a weapon of mass destruction. And we don't know how long they've been doing it. This actually, they were actually sending it to themselves. They would fly and go get it. The girlfriend would get to a certain part. Then the boyfriend would go a little further, pick up the stuff. They meet back up, and then they fly back in, okay? 2 Chinese nationals have been accused of smuggling a fungus into the U.S. that officials described as a dangerous biological pathogen, okay? They were smuggling goods, false statements, and visa fraud. The devils was lying. Conspiracy, smuggling goods, false statements, and visa fraud is what they were charged with. The complaint alleges that Mr. Lee tried to smuggle the fungus through the Detroit airport so he could study it at the University of Michigan laboratory where his girlfriend, Miss Zhang worked. The fungus, called Fusarium graminearum, can cause a disease in wheat, barley, maize, and rice that could wipe out crops and lead to vomiting and liver damage if it gets into food. Now, the reason why I am bringing that up is because China owns a lot of farmland. And I need y'all to see how much damn farmland China owns. Now, they just got busted for smuggling a fungus that will attack the crops, the very crops from the farmlands that they own. It does not just affect crops. It does not just affect humans. It also affects cattle. You know how many cattle eat wheat and corn and maize and barley and rice? That's just one. Okay? That's just one. And the United States said this is a what do they call this? A dangerous biological pathogen. And these cats have been smuggling it in here for months. This is called a potential agro-terrorism weapon. Adding it is responsible for billions of dollars in economic losses worldwide each year. Baby, if we have a famine, we know why. But hold on, there's more. There's more. So we got them bringing over this fungus. Okay? These two aliens have been charged with smuggling a fungus that has been described as a potential agro-terrorism weapon into the heartland of America, where they apparently intended to use a University of Michigan laboratory to further their scheme. Let's go back and check out the other one, smuggling worms. All right. All things are made through Jesus. Here we go. So the first one was on June the 4th. Second one is on June the 10th. U.S. says it has arrested another Chinese researcher accused of smuggling biological material. U.S. authorities said Monday that they had arrested a Chinese researcher accused of smuggling biological material into the country, the second such case in days. The FBI said in a criminal complaint that the researcher, identified as somebody Han, a Chinese doctoral student at the College of Life and Science and Technology and the Huzhong University of Science and Technology in Wuhan. Shut the front door. Bro is a scientist from Wuhan, bringing in concealed biological material to staff members at a laboratory at the University of Michigan. What? Why y'all didn't raid the whole university if you just caught two of them on the 4th and then another one on the 10th at the same university, smuggling in stuff that could kill us and our cattle and our crop, and they own all this farmland? Why did you not raid the whole entire Michigan University and find out how they had access to mail it and to fly it in here? Two Chinese nationals were charged just last week after FBI said it had been determined that one tried to smuggle a toxic fungus in the United States. Also, for research at the University of Michigan, it alleged a researcher at the university was arrested and remains in custody, while the other was denied entry to the United States last year and remains at large. You can't make this up. Mr. Han, according to the complaint, the biological matter he was accused of smuggling, sometimes hidden between pages of a book, is related to roundworms and requires a government permit. The complaint also alleges that Han deleted the content of a woman. Wow. Hold on, where'd that go? We don't want to hear nothing University of Michigan got to say. The complaint alleges that Han deleted the contents of her electronic device 3 days before she arrived in Detroit. Han stated that she deleted the content to start fresh. Ooh, you can't make this stuff up. Listen, we are at war, brothers and sisters. We can go on here all day long. Okay, I got it for y'all. I got this good old word for y'all. We can be here all night long, all day long, all afternoon long. It don't matter. I got the work for you. Okay, I got it for you. Let me show y'all these last two articles. Okay. Because we got to be doing something to help us. I'm just sorry. I'm just sorry. Okay? Do you see how much land China owns across this good old United States of America? Look at that. My. That's a lot of farmland for people who trying to kill us, poison us, destroy our crops, then unalive 300,000 young military-aged men and women through the fentanyl poisoning. They own all this land, even in Hawaii, Washington, Oregon, California, Utah, Arizona, Colorado, what is this, Nebraska, Kansas City. I don't know what that is up there. I forgot. Missouri, Oklahoma, Texas, Arkansas, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Kentucky, West Virginia, Maryland, New Jersey. I don't know what that ME, maybe Maine, Georgia, South Carolina, Alabama, Mississippi. It literally doesn't have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 out of the 50 states, it don't own land. But the other 29 states, it owns over 277,336 acres of freaking land. These are the states that prohibit foreign ownership of agricultural land. Yet they own all this land. And a lot of it is near our military bases. Why would we ever allow our number one enemy, who does not like the United States, why would we ever allow them to own a piece of farmland, yet alone all of that farmland? Wisconsin is the one above IA, I think, then Minnesota, and then Michigan, the Midton. I mean, look at this map. This is unbelievable. I'm about to see what that IA is. Let me see what IA is. What state is that? Iowa. I thought it was Iowa, but I was thinking it was IW. Iowa. Chinese owned land. And it's not just any land, it's farmland, agricultural land. These people is behind a lot of what's going on. Let me go ahead and pull this last article up real quick, okay? I want y'all to see. And they still trying to buy it. They still buying it, bro. Sis. They still buying this. This was just from a couple of days ago. Chinese billionaire buy land near U.S. defense contractor. Still letting them buy this. Chinese entities have long been acquiring farmland near critical U.S. military bases. I mean, you can't make this up at this point. You cannot make this up at this point. Y'all literally allowing this to happen. And at the end of the day, the only casualties is going to be the civilians. Why is our government allowing this to happen? And like I said, I'm neither red or blue. I'm kingdom. Straight up. I ain't no Christian. Do I believe God is in me? Yes. Is Christ in me? Yes. But I am a kingdom ambassador. That is what my Savior came and preached. The kingdom of God is at hand. The kingdom of God is likened unto the kingdom of God. Okay. I don't do all that religious stuff because in religious folks, Lord's still working on me to just pray for them. I don't like people who preach the word but don't practice it. The Bible actually says my kingdom don't come with a bunch of hooping and hollering and a bunch of fancy words. It come with demonstration. So I do what the Bible say do, not say only what it says. But I'm like, at this point, especially since one of my children been affected by China, you over there making fentanyl. You can go look it up on Google. Y'all done heard me say it before, but y'all, I don't think y'all believe when I say what I be saying. You know, if they didn't took out my kid, I didn't went and researched it. I know exactly where it come from. Okay, I know that for a fact. You got all these people. Do y'all see that? Put on the screen who is saying. You see what I typed. I'm going to blow it up big so y'all can see it, okay? You see what I typed in the Google search. Make sure y'all can see it just as big. Who makes it? I want to know who make it. Because this is what then killed all these kids. Now y'all get to see who make it. China remains the primary source of fentanyl and fentanyl-related substances trafficked through international mail and express consignment operations environments, as well as the main source for all fentanyl-related substance trafficked into the United States. Who is the original manufacturer of fentanyl? It's actually a patch that is used for surgery and all of this stuff, okay? The fentanyl pipeline and China's role in the U.S. opioid crisis. Want to know why all these people on drugs? They did it. They did it. Let me go see if I can pull this up. And you know what's crazy? It's keeping its people safe from it. He will never fail. Let me make sure this is the video. Hold on. I'm just trying to figure out, like, how in the hell Is this the one that I seen? Hold on, I gotta show y'all. I gotta show y'all how they living. I gotta show y'all how they doing. Hold on. I don't walk by faith. I don't walk by sight. I trust in God. I trust in God. I don't walk by sight. I can't find it, but the next time I get on here, I'm gonna make sure that y'all see this video because I want y'all. I saved it to one of my playlists, but I wanted y'all to see how they live it over there. How is this even possible? Y'all let these people come over here and unalive all these children and young adults. You got 150,000 of them over here practicing at the gun ranges. You have these sleeper cells. You have these nationals from other countries that claim to be running from some type of um, horror or, oppression over there. But that ain't even the case. They came over here to get in position to harm us. I'm going to give y'all the cities after I show y'all this last um, article. And then I'll offer y'all a couple of opportunities and hop off y'all timeline. That list that I gave y'all, you're going to need resources. If you took what you had right now to go buy those resources, then you either have to go work for it or wait for it. Okay? White House is monitoring possible Iranian sleeper cells in the United States. Now, what is a sleeper cell? In case you didn't know, let's go down this. Sleeper cells remain inactive until contacted, ordered to act. Okay, let me see if I can find that. Both Biden and Trump administrations are concerned about the possibilities. Hold on, let me just go find this one article so it all goes together and it makes clear sense. Almost there. I remind my soul you won't let go. Amen. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Mm. Sometimes when alone. Hold on, y'all. One thing I can always say. Let me just look it up because I want y'all to see this real quick and this is a waste of my time. I'll remind my soul. Keep your hand on me. Here we go. Always want to remain. Oh, this ain't it. Hold on, y'all. Let me pull it up. All right, here we go. I'm going to tie this all together, okay? White House is monitoring possible sleeper cells. What are sleeper cells? Sleeper cells remain inactive until contacted or ordered to act, okay? Recently, they become a recent Department of Homeland Security threat assessment concurs, okay? Now, here's the article. White House is monitoring possible Iranian sleeper cells. This was a whole article that was done today. As you can see, June 20th, 2025 at 8:32 Central Standard Time in the PM, okay? Sleeper cells, well, let's go back up here. As the Iranian Supreme Leader threatens irreparable harm if the United States join Israel fight, the White House is warning of so-called Iranian sleeper cells. Okay. The Trump and Biden administration have long been concerned about Iran's ability to direct or inspire attacks right here within the United States. Okay. Oh God, I'm grateful. Hold on one second, y'all. Let me fix this real quick. All right, here we go. So it says, as the Iranian Supreme Leader threatens irreplaceable harm if the United States join Israel fight, the White House is warning of so-called Iranian sleeper cells. Okay, sleeper cells are spies or terrorists who operate in the United States and Western countries, and until they are essentially ordered to act. Experts have spoken with News Nation. Say that U.S. joins Israel strikes against Iran, they may try to activate these cells. Cells. A recent U.S. Department of Homeland Security threat assessment concurs, saying that intelligence communities expect Iran to remain the primary sponsor of terrorism. Okay? I don't know why I can't get rid of this. Let me move this out my way. As the conflicts in the Middle East escalate and Iran is being targeted, I don't know why they just shut my whole entire video off. These people get on my nerves, but I'm the woman for the job. You feel me? I remind So, hold on, y'all. Keep your hand on me. Mm-hmm. All right, Instagram, I'm back. I don't even know why they just did what they did, but like I said, y'all gonna get this good old truth, and they're not gonna be able to stop me. So, as I was saying, as conflicts in the Middle East escalate and Iran is being targeted, the regime thinks to itself, okay, we are on our last throws. And therefore, we will all go out with a bang, quite literally, said Barack Sr., a senior fellow at the Henry Jackson Society. Its calculus will be very different if its survivability is threatened. Okay. Um, it talked about last year how there were some people that tried to attempt this assassination, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Y'all can go and look at this article yourself. It's on News Nation. Just go ahead and type in U.S. monitoring sleeper cells, and it'll pull itself right up for you. Now, the reason why I wanted y'all to see what a sleeper cell is and how is a sleeper cell activated, who is a part of the sleeper cells, spies and terrorists. You can't make this up, y'all. Every time I say it, I'm just like, Father, I understand why in your word you say a city without walls is just a pile of ruins. If you don't have walls and borders and precautions for your people, you just got an open border. Anybody and their mama, all in the name of greed. Let's get cheap wage labor. I mean, it's just catastrophic what you just did to the people. You just did this to the people. If you made them come in legally, it wouldn't be an influx of them. We wouldn't have to worry about this. By the way, this is what they were smuggling it up in here, y'all. Trying to poison us, literally. And why I'm bringing all this up is because we don't own no farmland, and we should. We should own land, but we don't. But what's going to happen when it's time for us to eat? This is what they were smuggling. See if that's the biggest I can make it. Fungus and worms that look like this, that can slide in between a book. It says the toxic plant pathogens that a Chinese researcher is accused of trying to smuggle into the United States last year. Why is this barely being brought to our attention in 2025, June to be exact? But they busted them doing this last year. Told y'all, whenever the news reports something, it's way too late. It's way too late. Now let me see if I can pull up this. Oh, excuse me. If I can pull up this last article, and it's gonna be the last headline for real, for real. Okay, this was on the New York Post. Bro calls for Trump, JD Vance, his other children and grandchildren to be clipped just over the views. He actually went live. Okay? He actually went live. But when he went live, I'm going to show y'all now over here the actual article. He called for a jihad in America, which means a cleansing. So, group of terrorists that cleanse the nation from evil. And what evil is that? We don't believe in what they believe in. Therefore, we have been deemed to be evil. Okay? Where I just send that to? Oh, never mind. God bless you, Sister Jill. Thanks for hanging out. Love you so much, girlfriend. Here we go, right here. Dang, got a lot of ads. Okay, this was just on the 11th of June. Al Qaeda leader calls for jihad against the U.S. What does that mean? Wake up, sleeper cells. An Al Qaeda leader with the 6 million bounty has called for the assassination of the United States President Donald Trump, Elon Musk, Marco Rubio, and others closely associated with the White House over America's pro-Israel stance. But they also called to attack us. Excuse me. I'm coming, baby. I'm coming. He called for the assassination of Trump's children. Okay. He called on Muslims in the United States, regardless of their ethnic background, to take revenge. This is what I wanted y'all to see. There are no red lines after what happened and is happening to our people in Gaza. Calling on Muslims in the United States, regardless of their ethnic background, to take revenge and do a jihad, which is a cleansing. Unalive all the people that don't agree with what we agree with. If you're Christian, if you're Jew, if you're gay, you know, they don't like them people. So, the top 32 cities. Actually, y'all gonna have to wait, okay? I'm going to go on the other side of the room and use the ladies' room. I'm gonna give y'all the 32 states where these sleeper cells are, these cities that are on high alert in these states, where these sleeper cells are. If you or your family member is anywhere near any of them, just know that we are on high alert and that you need to be very aware. Even more so, you need to have that stockpile, because it's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. They hate the United States, and they hate us even more so now that we've decided to approve strikes on them, and we've taken a side in this battle between them and Israel. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all listen to something real quick while I run over and handle my business real quick. And then let me see if this is one. I don't want them coming for my video. Okay, let me make sure, because I don't want them to get me for. I don't want them to get me for this for copyright infringement. So I'm just gonna put on something motivational real quick, okay? Where you at, Coach Payne? Hold on 1 second. All right, let me put on this one real quick and then I will be right back, okay? Hold on. Yes, Sister Jill, it's going down, down, down. I wish they would alert the people more. I wish the churches would do more. I wish the churches would have storehouses. I wish the churches would have emergency plan actions. I mean, the government is not telling us. They are, but they know how many people actually read and how many people don't. They know, especially a lot of those in the minority community don't read at all. They will never be aware if they don't listen to like CNN and The View, who will never say that. So, yeah, I want to come by here and make sure my people know what in the hell is going on and how to prepare yourselves. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and let this play, and I'll be right back in just a few minutes. If y'all want to hear the cities, then you'll be here, and if you don't, I'll see you next time.
Too many people out here have given up on their lives. Too many people out here have said that they're done because it got too hard for them. And there are people out there that are going through more hardship than you could ever imagine, but you think you're the only one that matters, and you want to quit. You don't think you have it. You just got excuse after excuse, like you're wearing it like it's a coat to keep you warm. It's not keeping you warm. It's destroying you. It's destroying your integrity. It's destroying your mindset. It's taking you down a dark path that you do not want to be in. I need you to wake up. I need you to understand. I need you to realize that you got more in you than you can ever imagine, but you got to believe in it, and you got to stop saying that you're done. You are not done. You got life in your body. You got breath in those lungs. You can move. You can work. You can earn it. Now do something and do it now. You're not ready for a chance because you're too afraid of it. You're too afraid to be better than you were yesterday. You're too afraid to show your true greatness. You're so afraid that your friends that you call your friends are going to abandon you because you're different. You don't have to be like everybody else. Who says that you have to be like everyone else? Stop being a trend to the reality of life, because we're all different. We all have different paths. And sometimes those paths may not be for everyone else to understand, but you got to understand your purpose. Maybe it's tough. So what? Get over yourself. It's supposed to be tough. Life is going to be tough. You just got to get tough. Defeat is not an option. If you continue to think that you are less of yourself, then you have lost the battle. You haven't even begun to fight for the life that has been given to you. You have allowed things surrounding you to destroy your mentality, and you haven't even realized what you're truly capable of. Every single day of your life, the air that is coming out of those lungs of yours is a chance of a lifetime. And maybe life is not going the way you want it to go, but guess what? Life is going to go on no matter what you do. You're still a part of the equation. You still have to keep working. You still have to keep fighting. You still have to keep going forward. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Stop waiting for a rescue team to come save you. Get yourself in a position to realize that you got work to do. And stop being lazy. Because that's the problem that most of you have today. You are so stuck in that lazy mindset that you think you deserve it. You don't deserve to be lazy. You don't deserve to give up. You don't deserve to think that you're less of yourself. You chose this path, but you're not willing to work for it. You want it easy. You want it to be exactly the way you want it, but you're not prepared to go out there and get it the right way. You're not prepared to make the sacrifices. You're not prepared to go further than you've ever gone in your life. But you rather just sit around and wait and wait some more. Because you're not focusing on the idea that you do have a reason that you are walking this earth on this day. Are you ready to step outside of your comfort zone? Or you're going to just sit around and say you're defeated? You're done. You have nothing left to give. The things that are happening in your life right now is a reason behind it. Maybe you didn't want it to come that way. Maybe it wasn't supposed to be that way. Maybe you made too many mistakes and now you don't know what to do. It's tough. It's hard. Don't know if I'm going to be able to carry on.
All right, y'all. I'm going to stop it right there. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the time. Thank you for your grace. Okay. I see Instagram did a whole little doozy and they didn't come back on. So I'm just going to end that over here. I'm going to let you guys go because I know that we've been here for a cool minute. But I do want to say this. What do I do? Dr. T, you showed us all of this. What is it that we can do? First and foremost, I'm going to say this. The most important thing that you can do if you don't have family that believes in any of this stuff that's happening, they're oblivious to what's going on. You know, they're still playing the politics, is get with you a community of other like-minded believers. Whether you are building a physical community or a digital community, you need to be a part of a community that actually is believing and doing and acting accordingly, moving accordingly to what we see happening, to make sure that even the family members or those who don't believe have the capability to believe, or they are just too blinded. The God of this world has blinded lots of people's eyes to keep them distracted so that they cannot see the very destruction that is at their doorstep. That is the first thing, okay? That is the first thing, especially if you a single parent or low income, struggling family, something like that. You need to be gathered with other like-minded believers that are building something that you can be connected to. If you are delayed, because you're a part of this community, you still benefit. That's number one. Number two, we need to be making some rapid revenue. Why? Because the things that I listed, the things that I stated, those are just one little list of what we need. We ain't talking about the non-perishable items. If you got 2 to 3 members in your family, how much of each product you would need. If you normally use 4 rolls of tissue a week, you would have to get 4, 8, 12, 16 rolls for a month. If they do have a nuclear weapon or a nuclear fallout, I'm going to tell you right now, we're not able to leave our homes for 6 months. That's why you need the MFP and the EMF, the EMP and the EMF. That's why you need those type of detectors so you can know when it's safe to go out. Okay? You definitely gonna need non-perishable food. They release that everything in the sea. Okay? Because usually when they land those nuclear missiles, they go deep down in the ground. And then they're either time detonated or they can detonate upon impact. One nuclear bomb has the potential to wipe out a city, and then all of the fallout will, demolish another 1/2 of this country just from the dust blowing the fallout, because it is very, very, very deadly. So we need to be getting all that we can so that we can have enough of whatever we need. It's not a matter of, they're just talking, they're just showboating. No, these are things that have already been put into play. If the United States strike, which Donald Trump says we're going to strike them, we just don't know when and how, but we are going to strike them. We have already approved the strike. Then you can best be ready to be struck from over here. The international threat, that's a thing, because you got people out on the water bases in other countries where they're going to be fighting against the international folks trying to take them out. But the whole goal is to take out America. They don't like America. America has been the superpower for centuries. It just celebrated its 250th birthday since its inception. Very long time to be in power. Okay. And if you ever want to take a country down, then you attack the economy. And if you have these Chinese officials over here planting stuff that will kill our crops, kill our cattle, and kill us, this is not a game. Okay, so we definitely need to have a community of other like-minded individuals, and we all need to be moving in haste, like expediently, to make rapid revenue so that we can put our resources together. If you can get all the rice, I can get all the beans. If I can get all the beans, they can get all the toilet paper. They can get all the toilet paper, they can get all the water. We need to have storehouses. We need to have people that we can actually, plan a plan of escape. Hey, if their cell phone, services, go down, how will we still be able to communicate with our immediate loved ones that are in different cities or states? We need to have a plan of action like that, and then we need to take action. Okay, so here are the 32 cities really quickly. Number one is Washington, D.C. Get your pen and your paper out. Okay, I'm going to go over this maybe once or twice, and then that's going to be it. Washington, D.C. is number one. All throughout New York, they say every city in New York is a threat. And the reason why a lot of these places that I'm calling out are under threat, are on high alert, is because a lot of them have a big Jewish population, especially New York, especially Los Angeles. And they on the list too. Okay. So there's no particular city like Washington, D.C. inside of New York. The whole entire state of New York is under high alert because they don't know if it's in Brooklyn, the Bronx. They don't know where it's at. Manhattan, they don't know. They just know that they have a lot of sleeper cells. If you go and look on Google, it will tell you about all the spies, Chinese and Iranian and Russian and Pakistani spies that they have resided in New York City right along with the underground tunnels. Okay. Number three is Santa Clara, California, all things tech. Silicon Valley, all things where AI, all this tech stuff comes out of. Yep, they got them on the list. San Francisco is number four. Number five is Los Angeles. Number six is San Diego, California, that is. Santa Clara, San Francisco, Los Angeles, San Diego, all California. Houston, Texas, Arlington, Texas, Dallas, Texas. And then you got Boca Raton, Florida is for number 10. Fort Lauderdale, Florida is number 11. Orlando, Florida is number 12. Tampa, Florida is number 13. Boston, Massachusetts, 14. Plainfield, Illinois, 15. Chicago, Illinois, 16. Cleveland, Ohio, 17. Boston, Massachusetts, 18. Laurel, Massachusetts, 19. Potomac, Massachusetts, Maryland, Maryland, Laurel, Maryland, Potomac, Maryland, Baltimore, Maryland. Those are 18, 19, 20. You got Herndon, Virginia at 21, Springfield, Virginia at 22, Raleigh, North Carolina at 23, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania at 24, Seattle, Charlotte, North Carolina at 25, Detroit, Michigan at 26, Columbia, Michigan at 27, Kansas City, Missouri at 28, Denver, Colorado at 29, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma 30, Tucson, Arizona 31, and Seattle, Washington 32. One more time again, really quickly. Washington, D.C., number one. All of New York, number two. Santa Clara, California, number three. San Francisco, California, number four. Los Angeles, California is number five. San Diego, California is number six. Houston, Texas is number seven. Arlington, Texas is number 8. Dallas, Texas is number 9. Boca Raton, Florida is number 10. Fort Lauderdale, Florida is number 11. Orlando, Florida is number 12. Tampa, Florida is number 13. Boston, Massachusetts is number 14. Plainfield, Illinois is 15. Chicago, Illinois is 16. Cleveland, Ohio is 17. Baltimore, Maryland is 18. Laurel, Maryland is 19. Potomac, Maryland is 20. Herndon, Virginia is 21. Springfield, Virginia is 22. Raleigh, North Carolina is 23. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania is 24. Charlotte, North Carolina is 25. Detroit, Michigan is 26. Columbia, Michigan is 27. Kansas City, Missouri is 28. Denver, Colorado is 29. Oklahoma City, Oklahoma is 30. Tucson, Arizona is 31. And last but never least, Seattle, Washington is 32. Do any of y'all stay near or anywhere in these cities, vicinity of these cities or these states? Put a 1 in the chat. If you don't live anywhere near those cities or those states, put a 2 in the chat. If you know somebody who lives near any of these cities or these states, put a 3 in the chat. With that being said, y'all, those are the cities that's on high alert. We need to be more discerning as we have ever been in our lives. We do not need to play any type of games. We need to be prepared. Ain't nobody got our backs, fronts, or sides but the Almighty God. And we definitely need to listen, hearken, and obey everything that He is telling us to do because He knows the way that we should go. I have several opportunities. I'm going to offer maybe 3 or 4 that gives you community the ability to make rapid revenue and to get yourself in a position and build with other like-minded individuals. Okay. Shalom, Dr. T, and everyone. Everyone get ready because things are about to go down. Yes, shalom to you, sister. Thank you for sharing. Thank you, Sister Jill. You're very welcome. God loves us, and I love us because God loves us all. 2 and 3. Okay, so 2 is I don't live nowhere near there, but I know somebody. Okay, what about the rest of you guys? I'm in Connecticut, an hour away from New York, 3 hours away from Massachusetts. Okay. We definitely need to be getting prepared. I'm in Dallas, okay? They on the list. Family is in Los Angeles, California, in between San Francisco, California. They on the list, okay? I definitely want to earn the rights to your time. And like I said, we've been here for a very long time already. But it was very enlightening and important that we gather here, no matter how long, it's taken. We need to be aware of these things. I am very saddened that I see a lot of my cousins being entertained and all on these social media posts about rappers and celebrities and stuff, not knowing that this is right at their doorstep. You can be literally living next to a terrorist. You can be on top of a terrorist organization. A lot of them are underground. And they learn to live in tunnels. When they take hostages, that's where they take hostages to over in the Middle East, underground tunnels. That's how they are able to escape bombs and hold on to, hostages for months and sometimes even years because they live underground. So with that being said, you guys, I've come by here quite a few times. I'm not going to go over anything old that I've offered you guys or that will help you make rapid revenue. But I do want to mention this one low ticket item that I put together just for people who can't afford what I'm about to announce thereafter. But this does allow you the ability to start making sales like literally in 24 to 48 hours. Literally in 24 to 48 hours. Is called the PDF Low Ticket Millionaire. Okay. You get access to the top PDFs, and a PDF is like an ebook basically, and it's an ebook on prepping. I mean, these are ebooks on different topics, different niches that people are out here buying. Okay, I have 60 of them, and they make sales without you having to be salesy, without you having to be techie, without you having to do anything. These people already want these guides, these PDFs, how to help your children eat vegetables, okay? How to deal with children with autism or ADHD, how to make money online, so many different niches, how to get a closer relationship or a closer walk with God. So many different niches, but 60 of them have made people millionaires. And not only that, we have implemented it. We know that it works. There are multiple people making sales every single day while they sleep. We should wake up to sales. In the middle of the day, if you still working, you should be having sales come in, because what happens is with that extra income, extra money, now you can put yourself in a better position. Whether that is we go out to war, we renting from people, we're under their control. We're under, hey, we're going to sell this property, or you got to move out, or you may not be able to go do any work, in-person physical work, if you're still going into a brick and mortar building. So therefore you can't pay your rent, and now you have to get out. We have to look at and analyze things of that sort. So we always have a plan B, C, D, all the way through Z. That's how you get real prepared. Okay. So I have this PDF method. It is low ticket millionaire method. It has made people millions of dollars. I didn't show y'all $1 million that I done made on digital products, right? When I got started with this, I had to get it out of the mud. Now they have all these AI tools that'll do this for you, flesh this stuff out in seconds, literally seconds. You can have, access to money on demand. And I'll show you exactly one of the examples that I'm talking about. If you guys are interested in any of these before I get to the low ticket millionaire, I just want y'all to see AI does the work for me. I don't do any work except tell it what I want. That's it. I type in and I tell it exactly what I want it to give me, and then it gives me exactly what I asked for. And so I told you guys, the last time that I'm creating coloring books for my children so that they have income that comes in that will take care of their needs. We cannot have 10 bills on one stream of income. That's not going to work. Okay. So for children who have autism, deal with anxiety, I think it's called ASL, ADHD, any of that on that spectrum, we have coloring books that actually lower their anxiety, even for adults. A lot of adults, excuse me, even a lot of adults are coloring, are resorting to coloring because it relieves stress and anxiety. So my girls have their own set of coloring books, okay, that y'all can buy if y'all want to. But AI creates this. The image, the front page, the pages on the inside, AI creates all of this, okay? I'm just responsible for going to, put it together. Hey, put the book cover right here and the pages right here, okay? Definitely want to teach children safe touches, because there's so much perversion being pushed to the young folk, okay, about touching and parts they should never know about. I wanted to make sure I put, something positive and truthful into the atmosphere, okay? Being proud of the skin that I'm in, so that our children ain't trying to modify, alter themselves, or that they are comfortable in their own skin, and they can be, comfortable being fearfully and wonderfully made, okay? When they turn pages and books that represent that Afrocentric hair, nappy hair, melanin skin, okay? This is also one, believe it, or believing in you, proud to be who you are. Whatever color you are, you proud to be learning to accept yourself for who you are. So that is book number 4. We got Little Legends of Hip Hop. Teach them about culture and where hip hop come from. Some of the old people who were the originators of hip hop and how, we used to look in our days. I can open up all these books for y'all. I just don't have time. We have ADHD coloring books for children, how you can work with ADHD and your feelings up. It just kicked me completely off. I know I wasn't all the way down here. Come on. Let's see. Where you go? Where you go? Where you go? Where did you go? Wow. Are you serious? Okay. Okay, so that was the ADHD. I can work with my ADHD and my feelings. For the children that are being raised in the faith, we have Let the Little Children Come to Us, coloring book. And then we also have another, version of this coloring book. All of this was generated with AI. Let me let y'all see exactly what I'm talking about with one of the books. All of this was generated in AI, period. All right, let me show y'all. I'll check the comments as soon as I finish sharing the screen because I'm on the other screen and I'm sharing. So as you can see, here's a book here, here's a book here, here's a book here, here's a book here. You come through this. This is the coloring book ready to be sold. Okay. That is the cover. AI created it. Okay. It's the old school, what they look like back in the days. Okay. Whole entire coloring book was created using ChatGPT and using just a ChatGPT bot. Okay. Old school, what they used to look like, LL Cool J, how they used to break dance. Give them a little history, okay? All of these were created using AI tools. I sell them every day. Hey, your children will love a coloring book, teach them a little bit about their background. These are digital products that you make one time and you sell forever and get paid over and over and over again. It's a quick way to get some cash injection into your bank account. Okay. It's a quick way to make some rapid revenue without you actually having to go to an editor, without you having to actually go to a book graphic designer, without you having to go to a copywriter, put it all together. No, it can be done for you in 60 seconds or less. Okay, so stuff like that. PDF method, okay, where we have these PDFs and I can show y'all receipts. First sale, my first sale, my first sale, my first sale, 24 hours. You can literally get access to this and by this weekend start generating you some income. So I have that. I'm only allowing 7 people to be in it already. We have 4, have 3 spots left. I'm going to show you how to become a low ticket millionaire. Set it and forget it and just make money on autopilot. Okay. Everything's already done for you. Literally, all you got to do is go copy and put this over here, add your payment, processing if you're going to use Stripe or PayPal, whoever you're going to use. And then, go over here to Facebook, drive some traffic to it. And now you're making sales literally. Okay. I have 3 spots left. That is $250. It is lifetime access. The reason why it is $250 is because you have over 60 high millionaire niches that is paying people millions of dollars to sell these niches. Already done for you. So you don't just sell one PDF. You don't just have one digital product. You have multiple digital products in multiple categories. You have the whole entire system to set it up. You have the whole entire play. And literally, if you sat down in one day, Saturday or Sunday, for instance, and you just dedicated one day to put everything together. Well, hey, I'm gonna sell this one, and then I need to drive some traffic to it, make sure that my payment processor is ready to receive payments for me, and that everything is connected to my bank account. So when I get paid, my money go deposit into my bank account. Okay, it's just as simple as that. You can have that set up in one day, and by the very next day, you are generating sales. Okay, $250, 3 spots left available on that. That's like the best I could do to help you if you cannot get into a mentorship or a community. This is my best way of helping you to make some rapid revenue really fast, because we all need it really fast. We need dollars in seconds, in minutes, in days. We cannot wait weeks to get paid. By the time we do get paid, and we get our checks, okay? You got every bill standing in line waiting to jump us for their portion of the money. No, we got to have something on the other side, okay? On the other side of plan B all the way to Z. If A is used up, utilized, stressed out, I got B to stand on. B acting like it's a little funny, I got C to stand on. All the way to the end of the alphabet, okay? So I have that available. I'm just going to cover like 2 or 3 that I know that y'all can get some rapid revenue, and then I'm going to let you beautiful people go. I will come back on another time and just kind of go over everything that I have, but I won't be able to do that on this live, unfortunately. The next thing that I would say, okay, is that we have I have a mentorship. I only have, I think, 2 spots available. I've talked about it earlier a little bit, but I am showing a group of people how to start an automated international business, meaning that you can start it in Japan if you wanted to. You can start it in Africa if you wanted to. You can start it in Cambodia if you wanted to, and receive the revenue over here, because everything is automated. Okay, you don't have to do anything but set it up. Literally, you know where the money's at for funding. Lots of people in the community, they do Airbnb, because when you have dignitaries and different things of that sort coming over to Africa, China, Russia, Israel, wherever they are, they're going to need shelter. And if you can set up an Airbnb that literally everything from the cleaning crew to the people checking in, all of that is automated, you can make a lot of money. And then on top of that, there are $1 million grants that you can go after every single year. Every single month, and get these grants for building businesses internationally. So I have 3 spots available. Okay, this is literally a boot camp. By the end of this boot camp, which will only be a couple of days, okay, it doesn't take that long. By the end of this boot camp, you will have a fully automated business that works for you international. Now, there's 2 reasons why this is important. They go over here and get to going crazy over here in America, and the Most High say, look, you and your family go ahead and take y'all either a vacation, or you can go ahead and get up and move across the waters. We already set up for success. Okay, this is something that the Most High really just laid on my heart to get involved, did it, and said, I would definitely love to share it with those that are looking to build abroad as well. You can live here. You do not have to move internationally. You can live here and have this thing working for you while you're sleeping over here. Or if you needed to go ahead and move across the seas for your safety, protection, shelter, you would have something that would actually sustain you internationally, okay? $497 for the boot camp. But at the end, you're going to get all of the receipts for the lenders who would lend you the money, the whole entire playbook, how to put it together. You're going to meet the people, realtors that are on the ground that will do the work for you, the whole 9 yards for $497. Okay. I also have, I'm trying to look on a list to see which one I'm actually going to go over. We have the Done For You fully funded. Okay. That is a $2,000 investment, but I'm going to tell you what all that includes because we need rapid revenue. Okay. There are lenders and people that have lots of money with our names on it. We just don't know about it, such as the CDFIF. Okay. Which is the Community Development Investment Fund. The government gives these people lots of money to give to people that are in impoverished, underprivileged neighborhoods that are starting a business. You don't even got to have a business. You don't even got to have a business. If your business is providing or buying tiny homes, they will give you the money to go buy the land and the tiny homes. If your business is to go buy some land and start teaching how to produce or grow your own vegetation, they will fund that. If you wanted to get funding to go buy a duplex to help, eradicate homelessness or people from living on the streets, even though you only got a duplex or a fourplex, it is helping people. Okay. They will fund that. If you wanted to start a car wash, a snow cone facility, gym, it don't matter. Whatever, they will give you funding. Okay. So what this entails is, I will get you the paperwork ready for the funding. Find the funder in your state because these are in your state locally. Okay. If you wanted to go after other states, there's a hack around that too. Okay. You just go get you an LLC and a registered agent from that state. And now you can go ahead and get more funding in different states. It's a hack. It's not really what you know, but who you know that could actually help you get there further and faster. So we create all the documents for you. We put together all the documents for you. We create your business plan because you don't need anything but a business plan. So we get your business plan together. We find the lenders that's going to give you the money, put your package together. You go on up in there, and in 30 days or less, the soonest we've seen it happen is in 10 days, but 30 days or less maximum, that you can have minimum $30,000 plus into your bank account. Okay. One of the clients got $47,000. They literally took that money and went to go buy them a business that was already generating income. They was like, look, I'm not finna put nothing together. I'm not finna go try to create nothing, go through the headache of trying to establish something. They went right on over here to this site and they bought them a business that was already generating income. Okay. So they paid for it, took that over. Now they generating passive income every single month. Still had enough money for them to do whatever it is that they wanted to do. Okay, so we go ahead and get you fundable. We get your documentations put together for you. While we are getting you funded on the front end, we're also working on your credit in the middle part. Why? Because we need to get your credit score to a 720. So this is where we'll come in there and do sweeps. We'll add trade lines. We will manipulate the credit score to get it to where we need to get it to. Okay. We will actually remove the negative items that seem to be stubborn, because we know exactly how your credit report needs to look in order to go get that big bag. Okay. And when I say big bag, just let me show y'all on the screen what the big bag I'm talking about. So on the front end, we get you approved, our funding ready, so you can go get what we call low hanging fruit, the little bitty money. Excuse me. We go get you on the front end the low hanging fruit. The 30 to 50 to $60,000. We go get that. And then we get you ready for the big bag by getting your credit to where it needs to be, because we know exactly what it needs to look like. And then we take that to our bank relation managers that are inside of the bank, and we go and request. We don't apply, we request. Two totally different things. If we apply, we got to accept whatever the online, computer tells us we qualify for. When you have a relationship with a banking manager, you go in and you tell them my client needs $250,000, and that is what they submit. $250,000. They request that. They're not asking, hey, would you like to approve them for anything, any amount? No, we're not doing that. Okay, we request it. So now we get you big funded on the back end like this. Okay. 220,000. It's a different game when you play the business game. So we get you together in the middle. After we get you the funding on the front end, we get you together in the middle so that you can go ahead and get this big bag like this. This is just one client. Let's go back. Show you this other one that just got approved for, and those are not the only ones, okay? This one here approved for $80,000 for a vehicle loan that they turned around and liquidated. Now we don't want the car. We'll take the $80,000. Thank you. It's a way to do all of that. It's just what I'm saying. Okay. 22,000 over here. So we do what you call credit stacking or bank stacking, where we get you the maximum for the minimum. Okay. Let me go up here and show y'all this other one. Where did you go? Then I'm finna get up out of here. Where you go? All right, where did they go? Excuse me. I just seen it up here. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where did you go? Oh, here we go. Hopefully I'll take this information out. Okay, so most recent one. Okay, we get you all the way together. I'm gonna move this over here so you don't see all of the information. But as you can see, working capital, they was pre-approved for $149,000. If they needed equipment financing, they was approved for $187,000. Total pre-screened amount is $337,000. Now let me tell you. Well, I won't tell y'all because I'm not offering that. Okay. If y'all would have took the advantage to get into the funding, because that's the fastest way to make a bag. Everybody needs money. And whether you got bad credit or not, I can help you get money. If you got bad credit, I'll sweep your credit because I have the access to do so. I'll boost your credit with a trade line because I have access to do so. Okay. And then we'll go get you the big bag. But to be pre-screened for $337,000, and you are a online funding consultant, financial consultant, where you help clients and customers get extra cash. $337,000. 10% of that would be $337,000. So 10% of this would be $33,700. So off 100,000, you get 10. Yeah, that would be three. Yeah, that would be 3,000. No, 33,700, which would be 10% for you getting them approved for something like this. Okay, that's a big bag. That's the fastest way to get to a big bag, honestly. Okay. So I have the 2,000. It is fully funded. You get funded on the front end, you get your credit together in the middle, and then you go back and get big bag funding like this. Okay. we have a couple of spots available. And then last but never least, if you say, look, I don't want to learn anything AI, I don't want to get into anything AI, that's cool. We have a done for you. They have 2 spots that have just been opened for a done for you Shopify store. They pick the top products. They do all of the marketing. Let me tell you all what comes involved in this. Okay. And these go really, really quickly. Really quickly. Hold on 1 second. Let me go grab it real quick. All right. Um, so this is a money maker on demand. Literally, it's a machine that makes you money, and this is what all is included. Okay, in the done for you drop shipping Shopify e-commerce store. Okay, we pick the top generated products, so you don't have to worry about any of that. It is fully automated. You don't have to worry about building your store, setting up your complicated systems. Our expert team will set you up your very own automatic drop shipping store with the best selling products already integrated and ready to sell. No technical skills required. Everything is handled for you. Okay. No stress over marketing. We know that marketing can be overwhelming, right? So in our service, you don't have to worry about how to get visitors to your store because we will drive qualified traffic to your store, marketing it for you. You literally just collect the payments, okay? The top selling products are added to your store. Our own analysts will personally handpick and add the top selling products to your store, making sure you're offering items that are proven to sell and generate high profits. You won't need to waste time searching for the right products. We already got you on that, okay? So yeah, you get the automated passive income when you take the opportunity to do this. Now you into automated passive income. This is where you make money while you sleep. Once your store is set up, it runs 24/7 without you lifting a finger. There's no stress or no overwhelm. There's no time taken from you or more extra time given to you that you really ain't got time to, maneuver through. Um, we do all the work. Like I said, you receive products that are tried, that are tested, and top selling. Um, and that these products that we're doing, we ensure that there is a high chance of success right from the start, 24 hours later. Okay. And literally all you got to do is snatch you at one of these spots also. Okay, this is not another side hustle. This is passive income that allows you to free up your time while you're making money. So this is what all is included in the done for you drop shipping Shopify store. We handle everything for you. 2 spots have opened up. We filled up them last 10 spots super fast. Okay. Even over here in our community, lots of people buy them and they don't just buy one, they buy multiple. Because the more you have, the more streams you have, the more legs you're able to stand on. So with that being said, we have 2 spots available at $1,000. It is totally done for you. It is totally automated. We hand it over to you in 7 to 10 days. So by this time next week, you can start generating sales, literally. Okay. Any questions for me before I go? If you guys want anything that I've covered here on this live broadcast, the information is on the screen, how to make your payment, what payment platforms I will accept. All my contact information is there as well. And you make your payment, include your email so that I can give you access. It's also in the description of this video on YouTube and on Facebook. Is there any questions for me before I go? You are an amazing human, Tawana, giving people tools to create generational wealth. Love you, sister. Thank you. It ain't easy, but it's worth it. It is not easy, but it is worth it. And honestly, my only motive in this is not to have anybody suffer the way that been just I have been sentenced to suffering. And it's okay because I'm getting through it. But I don't want anybody else to suffer that way, especially suffer at the hands of people who will never ever give you justice. I will never get justice for my children. And I bleed every day that they're not here with me. But this is literally, when I come by here and serve y'all, this is literally justice. It's just literally justice, okay? So since y'all don't have any questions, and I guess y'all just sat around to look and see what it is that's coming, and who knows whether you're taking action and get prepared. But since y'all already prepared and y'all got things together, there's no questions. I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and go. Okay. With that being said, I love y'all. If you happen to catch this on the replay, I will take the original video down. The replay, actually, I believe after it's taken down, then it just say content not available. If you see that, then you already know what it is. Most importantly, I wanted to come by here and put y'all up on game, but it is never ever too early to buy a digital product that's going to keep your money coming in. The way that they move in, we need to be doing everything that will keep our income coming in before our income change to a no come. Okay, literally. So if you are interested, again, the information is inside the description, and it's also inside or on the screen of this video. I love y'all. I'm out, and I will see you guys on the next one.